I'll be choosing Bangalore as my visa application center, and choose your appointment category would be short term. I'll come to e-visa in a minute. I know you guys are very interested on that. And subcategory would be tourism. That is tourism. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another very important video on how to apply Japan visa on your own without any agent's help, without any scams, without any frauds. I'll explain you everything in this video, guys. So before we get started, as you can see on my screen, 98% of you who are watching my videos, who are watching my channel consistently are non-subscribers. So highly recommend you guys to hit that subscribe button and support my channel. So recently, if you have not seen my video, my last video was how I got my Japan visa and what was my experience. Please do check that video out and then watch this video so you'll get the entire context. So basically, before I share my screen and show you guys how to apply Japan visa, what are the points that to be noted? So the documentation for Japan visa is very straightforward, very simple, and it is same as Schengen visa documentation. The only difference is you don't have to submit travel insurance upfront, guys. That's it. Everything remains the same. I'll go through that in my video. The second thing is why you should visit Japan is the consulate fees for Japan visa is just 500 Indian rupees. VFS charges are more than Japan visa charges. VFS charges are 1300 rupees including the SMS and all that stuff, courier SMS, and visa is actual cost for the visa is 500 rupees. So entire visa would cost you 1800 rupees. That's pretty much it. So that is the advantage of visiting Japan. The visa cost is way less. It is even lesser than what Thailand visa was there before of 2000 baht. So that's why I highly recommend you. Japan is a very underrated country. A lot of people ignore Japan. They look over Japan, but Japan, trust me, is a very good country, guys. And I'll also share my Japan vlogs coming forward. Please do subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss your Japan vlogs. But these are the points. These are the only 2 points to be noted when it comes to Japan visa. I applied through Japan VFS Bangalore and I got my visa within 48 hours. Do watch that video. I've explained you how quick the Japan visa was. Now, without wasting any time, let's go to my screen and look at how to apply for Japan visa. Hey guys, I hope you can see my screen. So once you go to Google, just type Japan VFS. And be really careful of the fraudulent link, guys. So just click on whatever link I'm showing. So just click on the first link, welcome to VFS Global. And this is like the homepage of Japan VFS Global, and you can see there is apply for visa, book an appointment, find a center, and premium services. So let's click on apply for a visa. And here we have to first identify the visa type. So before we identify the visa type, I am selecting VFS Bangalore because I'm a Bangalorean. So I have to select, and my passport issued is in Bangalore. So I'll select VFS Bangalore, and please select the type of visa. That will be tourist visa. And like I've told in my previous video, guys, the visa fees is just 500 rupees and VFS fees is in fact 1300 rupees including courier, SMS and all those things. But Japan visa is just 500 rupees, and you can see 1300 plus 500 is around 1800 rupees. So let's quickly get on to the documentation process. The documentation process needs to be taken very seriously, guys, and this documentation process is very similar to that of Schengen visa. The only difference is you don't have to produce travel insurance upfront. So first document that is needed is original passport, which is valid, should be valid for at least 3 months from the date of applying, and photo coverage should be 80% and it should be 45 mm into 35 mm. Usually when you go to studios, they won't give 80% face coverage, and if you don't have 80% face coverage in your photo, you may have to spend 5 times the cost to take a photo in VFS, which is really a scam. And the third thing is application. I'll just come to this in a minute. And the point number 4 and point number 11 is day-to-day itinerary and covering letter, which I can prepare it for you at a very reasonable price. And a lot of people have approached me. They've got their cover letters, itineraries, and they've got their visas as well. So if you are interested, please do let me know. Please ping me on Instagram. I'll definitely help you with it. The next thing that you need is original NOC, leave letter from the employer. Again, you can raise a HR case if you're working in IT and get this. If self-employed, if you're into business, you have to produce GST certificate. For doctors, you have to produce KMC certificate. For landlords, agricultural property owners, you'll have to produce the respective properties, documents, etc. And for students, a lot of students do go for Japan and mainly for tourism. So you can get a certificate or institution from your school or college. Accommodation, please do book confirmed hotel booking. So what I did was I booked confirmed hotel bookings from booking.com, and I used 100% cancellation before 1 week. So I submitted, while submitting, I submitted confirmed hotel bookings. You'll have to do that, or you at least book a pay later option. Do not give dummy hotel bookings. Day to day schedule is itinerary. That's what I told you at the beginning. And accompanying person's passport. If you're applying with your wife or your spouse, do accompany their passport copy and tickets. Vice versa, etc. Applicant traveling to third party country after traveling to Japan need to submit third country's visa copy. Like what happens is, if you're going from, let's say, Bangalore to Japan, and you're going from Japan to South Korea, or you're going from Japan to Taiwan or Japan to Thailand, you'll have to submit the next country tickets as well. If applicant is employee, then you have to read 3 months of payslip and IT returns receipt. If sponsored, you have to get the sponsor letterhead from the respective person or individual. Document to show flight, cruise tickets. Exactly, guys. So flight tickets, again, you'll have to produce confirmed flight tickets. If divorcee degree is required, and if family or friends are traveling from Bangalore together, must submit their applications together. Please remember, this is a very, very interesting and very, very good point. If you're friends of 5 or 3 or 4 or 2, you have to submit, or a gang of 10, you have to submit your application together, because there will be rejections if it is cross verified. Passport copy, Xerox, front and last page, which is very basic. So this was nothing but the checklist. And if I go back, and I'll also show you how to book an appointment later on in this video, so please stay tuned. And now let's look at the documentation process. We'll have to click on download forms, and then here is our visa application form. And the visa application form, again, guys, has to be filled very seriously. Please take this very seriously. You have to fill your surname, your given name and middle name, date of birth, place of birth, male or female, marital status, nationality or citizenship, then passport type, diplomatic, official, ordinary or other, passport number, place of issue, certificate of eligibility number, just leave it blank, status of residence, intended length of stay, port of entry in Japan, name, addresses of the hotel, you can give the first address of the hotel, and dates and duration of previous stays in Japan. If you visited Japan maybe in the last 5 years or 10 years, please do mention that as well. Your current residential address, if you have more than one address, so please mention your current residential address, current profession and occupation and position. So if you're a software engineer, for example, working in Infosys, please do state that Infosys address and telephone number. Partner's profession, occupation. If your wife is also working as a software engineer, do mention that, the same thing. And guarantor or reference in Japan. If someone is invited you to Japan, if someone is a guarantor for you in Japan, if you're going to stay in their house, please do mention those details as well. And the inviter of Japan as well. Again, if you have an invite to Japan from maybe your relative or your friends or your brother or your family, please do mention those details as well. And most of these answered would be no for most of you guys, or for all of you guys, and date of application and signature of applicant. So this has to be filled and attached along with your checklist, guys. So please do remember, take a copy of checklist. So another pro tip here is, if you forget to fill this application form, or if you have not carried the printouts of this application form, you have to come outside. There's a Xerox machine within VFS. You'll have to submit 5 times the price for one single printout. So always be proactive when you're going to VFS. You will get scammed easily. I wouldn't call it as a scam, is a bad word, but I want to still use it as a scam, because the things that you can get at for a lower cost outside is almost 5x or 10x inside VFS. So please do remember that. So the next thing I want to show is to book an appointment within VFS. This is the most important step, guys. So I'll go to the first step, book an appointment, and then book an appointment. I'm going to log in with my user ID and password that I created for Japan VFS. So just loading a bit. Yeah, let me log in. Yeah, I'm just logging in. Start a new booking, and here I'll be choosing Bangalore as my visa application center, and choose your appointment category would be short term. I'll come to e-visa in a minute. I know you guys are very interested on that. And subcategory would be tourism, that is tourist. So you can see next available slot is 21/03/2025, which is 21st March 2025. And then now the most interesting part you guys wanted to see was the e-visa. So if you select e-visa, it says single entry e-visa it says we are sorry but no appointment slots are currently available. New slots open at regular intervals. Please try again later. So there's no slots for Japan VFS Bangalore guys for e-visas. So there's only slots for your normal short-term visa. That is, you have so many categories in this, but normally for tourism this is chosen, that is tourist. So once you do this, once you fill up your application, once you carry your checklist along with your application form, so it will take about a week is what they say, but I got my visa within 48 hours, which is insanely good in my opinion. And as you know, my Schengen visa application was with Norway Embassy for almost 2 months, but I got my Japan visa within 2 days, within 48 hours. That's a mere difference between Schengen visa and Japan visa. So I hope this video was very, very informative guys. As usual, if you want any cover letters, itineraries or assistance on Japan visa, please follow me and then ping me on Instagram, because I'm not getting notified, or reach out to me in the comment section. I'll respond to you as soon as possible. I hope this video again was very, very informative, very helpful. Do not contact any visa agents, etc. Try to apply the visas on your own and save your own hard-earned money. I'll catch you guys in my next video.